Hello?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I was
yes,
like,
yes.
Alright, Pig, are you still there? Man, the internet died real hard. Like, it was terrible. Alright. So I guess let me respond to those questions real quick, and then we can move on to the next show. And hopefully the internet doesn't just completely die on me again. There has been a little weak lately, but it usually dies for 20 seconds and then comes right back. As soon as this thing, there it is. All right. Yeah. Pink was saying at least if you were a zombie, you would live for many years since you can't die without destroying the brain. Stake in the heart, holy water, sun exposure, blessed Catholic cross, so much more. Yep. Garlic. Garlic is another one.
Which is always a ridiculous thing to even think about to begin with, because it's like, well, so I guess there was no vampires in Italy or China or like all these places that typically have garlic.
Yeah. And then Ping also said from the Lost Boys. I'm not sure what the Lost Boys reference is, but okay. Yes, what was the Lost Boys reference, Ping? And then we will move on to the next show. Whew. Man. Okay, so we'll go into the next show and then we'll circle back. The next show we have is Dungeon no Nakahito. Or I believe this one is yours.
It is.
Actually, I think it's on both of our lists.
Oh, seriously? You had this one too?
Why is it on my list? I think so. I never thought a dungeon could be cute, but this one is.
So this is done by Ohm, which has done a few things I've enjoyed, so I'm at least on par with that. Synopsis for this is: on the hunt for her missing father, Master Thief Clay heads off into an unexpected dungeon, but much to her surprise, the dungeon's caretaker offers her a job. Thievery hasn't worked for her thus far, so perhaps this new career path will take her closer to finding her dad. But change is never easy. From interviewing monster guardians to positioning traps to confound would-be explorers, Clay has a lot to learn about what it means to be one of the dungeon's people. That sounds interesting.
Okay.
Because to me, it's like, yeah, I mean, you talk about these things in fantasy all the time. Like, we're going to go into the dungeon. We're going to go to the dungeon. Who created these dungeons? Why did they create these dungeons? What is the purpose behind these dungeons?
Mm-hmm.
There are some fantasy shows that maybe talk about that, but none really delve deep into it. And I feel like this one's going to. So it was like, yeah, I'm on board.
Okay, that is an interesting concept. Because the dungeon usually just is, and then yeah, okay, that's interesting.
And the idea that the monsters in the dungeon are hired out to be in the dungeon is just hilarious to me.
Yeah.
It's a job. That's all it is. It's a job.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, and I guess that's the best way to like an adorable approach is the best way to like go across that, because otherwise I feel like it'd be too serious and too like in the weeds. But yeah, interesting. Um, cool. Yeah, I'm interested for this one. Okay, let's circle back real quick. The Italian vampires were killed at the invention of spaghetti. This is a common history taught in the Culinary 101. I think the Chinese vampires were eliminated during the dynasties. Wait, during one of the dynasties. Too much history to cover in great detail. Okay. Gives me some Death Note vibes. To be honest, getting into psychology of people that enter the unknown. Okay. This turns out to be uh, the case. You're 100% down to watch it. Yeah, that would be cool. It's like behind the scenes of Dungeon. Because then from here on out, you think like any new show that covers a dungeon, you think about it differently.
Yeah. Well, for sure.
Yeah.
I always like things that challenge my thought process and what I've assumed to accept or just kind of get out of hat kind of situation.
Cool. Alright. The next show we're going to talk about is Elf-san wa Yasenare. Oh. Seems like it's loading a little bit faster. Let's see. Elf can't be on a diet.
So yes, I know this is on my list. Was it on your list?
No.
Okay. So I have this on my list just because I think it's hilarious, and I'm hoping it delves more into just the humor of it all.
Mm-hmm.
The picture doesn't really give me a huge amount of hope for that. But I'm hoping. I'm hoping. This is done by Elias, which is not done as a complete brand new studio. Has not done anything else other than this. So the synopsis behind this is Naoe-kun, a massage therapist, is about to head home for the day when he's saddled with a rather strange patient. This lovely lady has emerald eyes, pointy ears, and grew up in the forest. Everything about her screams elf, except for one thing, her bodacious body. It turns out she left her world but loves junk food in this one, and now her obsession has caught up with her. Can Naokun help this lovable elf girl lose the weight and keep it off? It sounds like a hilarious, just off the wall, just complete off the bat concept to me. So it's like she decides, like, I don't know, maybe she fell into our world by accident at first, but she found junk food, fell in love with it, hates the food she has at home, and is like, I want to go there and eat all the junk food I can. But of course, what happens when you eat a lot of junk food?
Yeah, it stays with you.
It does. It does indeed. And the fact that there are multiple other girls on there of various origins, I'm like, well, I guess I could see where it's potentially heading. I just hope we go more the comedic route than anything else. I know it says comedy etchy on it, so I mean,
that's what I was about to say.
It does. I'm hoping we're like, 75%, 80% comedy.
I saw the picture and I'm like, this is gonna be an edgy show. And then I saw the trailer and I'm like, this is gonna be an edgy show. She's gonna keep saying potatoes. And then I was like, nah, I'm good.
So, okay, yes, there are. I've never watched a trailer before. Again, I don't usually watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Watching a trailer, yes, I do see a little bit of etchiness in there, but honestly, I don't see like a huge amount. They could have gone way etchier with this, more so.
Yes.
Like the premise leads to a lot of that. I like, yes, they show skin and stuff like that, but it's not like most of it's just like her grabbing her stomach fat and just being like, "Oh my god."
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Um,
I have hopes for that.
it is a unique approach for elves, so I
Yes.
give it that.
Oh, it is an
uh,
entirely unique approach, which is why I thought it was hilarious.
yes. So, um,
Because I mean, come on, elves are just the same thing as like vampires. Like they're supposed to be like this picturesque of beauty and their elegance and everything else like that. To have one have a weight problem is hilarious.
hmm,
It goes against all known tropes.
yes. So, yeah, I may check this one out just to see like if they're gonna be funny.
Yes, I'm hoping it's more funny, but again, yeah, I agree. This studio is not done anything else, so I don't know what that necessarily says about it. I mean, I don't know. When
We've
you do
had
stuff like that, it's a shot in the dark. Sometimes you get something good, sometimes
Yeah, so like studios like Mappa, like come out of the gate swinging hard and just become like the top studios out there. And then there are some that we don't talk about because we forgot about them. So yeah, just like how like Pink says, maybe they'll usurp expectations. Maybe they'll surprise us. Maybe they'll be super hilarious, and this will be the comedy studio. Um, we shall see. Right. The next show we're going to be talking about is uh, Gimai Seikatsu. Or what do you think about Fairy Tale?
so I love Fairy Tale. I have
Okay.
not caught back up with it.
Okay. I keep hearing about Fairy Tale, and I haven't started it yet.
Fairy Tale is amazing. I love Fairy Tale,
Okay.
but it is a lot.
Good, good, good.
I'm
I,
curious, just as you said, how many episodes are in Fairy Tale? How many episodes are Fairy Tale? Oh, I spelled wrong, of course, because I actually said tail and not. Let's
I keep thinking
see.
Tale.
Oh my goodness. So let's see, 48, 24, 28. Why don't you, 328 episodes.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not One Piece,
Like
but
DBZ. Just Z.
yeah, it's still a lot though.
Yeah. It's like Naruto.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, yeah. Thing
Okay.
is there's not so much. I mean, from what I've watched for it, there's not so much filler episodes in it, so I can't
Okay.
really. But anyways, go ahead.
Okay. Good. Good. Jimai Seikatsu. Or Days with My Stepsister. Oh, this one. All right.
Okay, I'm sorry. I read the synopsis of this one. The reason I don't have it on my list is I'm like, haven't we done this before?
so,
Haven't we done this before?
so why is this on my list? This trailer tricked me.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning, they're like siblings or like step siblings are just strangers. You start as strangers and you end as strangers. And I'm like, why is this so depressing sounding? Like, do y'all hate each other or something? I'm like, why are y'all so negative? And then it pauses for a second, and then it was like, this is a story that may lead to love. And I'm like, what? It's like from strangers, then family, and beyond. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is just the regular same story. Which I always do.
That was them trying to go. They're wanting to make that distinction, going, they're step siblings, so they're not related. So this isn't weird. There's nothing weird about this. They're step siblings. Don't think about it. It's step siblings. They're supposed to be strangers. It can happen. I swear. Is someone really trying hard on this? I seriously think someone's really trying hard to make this sound normal and okay.
Yeah. So it's another show like this.
Yeah.
um, I my curiosity is purely through the romance aspect because I do like romance shows, and for this show to like just go hard into like they're strangers. They started strangers into strangers, and I'm like, why are y'all so adamant about that? So I'm
Because they want
curious,
to
like,
make it normal, and it's not. They know it's not.
so yeah, I'm like, all right, what's up with the parents? Like, what's going on with them? And then it's like, watch the parents not even be in the show at all. I'm like, oh,
No,
it's just like every other show.
I just scanned the freaking trailer. I didn't see the parents once.
No, that's why I'm like, I'm curious. I'm like, are they just trying to justify it, or is there something else going on?
They're 110% just trying to justify.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a peek and see because this has been like what are y'all hiding? This show's been like it's just hard into the like no, they're strangers. They're like
Don't
yeah.
don't look here. I swear, don't. It's fine. They're strangers. It works. Trust me.
Yeah, and it's like, why are you bringing attention to this? Like every other show, nobody like it's like they call that out when somebody calls them out first. And for you to like walk in the room and be like, we're strangers. You're like, hey, what's going on over here? So
This is not the messed upness that you think you see. We are
yeah.
totally strangers. Don't mind us. Don't look at us.
Like I wasn't until you busted in the room yelling about you being strangers. So now I'm curious. Now I'm suspicious.
Yeah, that's all I am. Is just suspicious.
Yeah. So this show is done by Studio Dean. And the synopsis is from classmates to brother and sister living under the same roof. After his father's remarriage, Asamura Yuta ends up getting a new stepsister, coincidentally, the number one beauty of the school year, Ayase Saki. Having learned important values when it comes to man-woman relationships through previous ones of their parents, they promise each other not to be close, not to be too opposing, and merely keep a vague and comfortable distance. On one hand, Saki, who has worked in solitude for the sake of her family, doesn't know how to properly rely on others, whereas Yuta is unsure how to really treat her. Standing on fairly equal ground, these two slowly learn the comfortable sensation of living together. That was, you didn't have to say all that. Jesus. Um, their relationship slowly evolves from being strangers to the more the days pass. Eventually, this could end up being a story about love for all we know. Y'all.
We don't know it's love. We don't know. And we don't know if it's gonna happen. I swear.
Yeah, they're strangers.
Strangers. Oh God, I do want to just now enter a room and just be like, strangers. What am I in freaking elementary school and is that what they teach you when you see someone approach you and you don't know, just yell at them, strangers, strangers.
You're a stranger. They're in so much denial that they're screaming
That
it at everybody.
they are. That's
Like
complete.
nobody was even paying attention to them, and they're just screaming. everything's fine. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I agree with Ping on that. I'm gonna rate it 0 to 10 if they don't walk into a room every time shouting strangers.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I just is it that episode of shoot when they made fun of Johnny Quest
Mm-hmm.
brothers. You're watch out, and there was that big dude that one episode that would just yell, "Ignore me! Ignore me! Don't look at me!" I'm like, this is that version, except with strangers. This is all it is.
I don't remember that, but that's
Oh God.
interesting.
If you ever so you look up a clip, just put it down. Just look up a clip later on. I guarantee you could find it on YouTube where they're just like Johnny Adventure
Johnny.
Brothers. Adventure Brothers.
Oh, okay. It's Adventure Brother. That makes more sense.
Yeah, Adventure Brothers ignore me. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. YouTube immediately pops it up.
Yeah. Oh,
Ignore me.
yeah. Cool. So, yeah. This is a romance about a brother and sister who fall for each other like it always is. And
Yep.
they're gonna deny it as hard as they can. So,
Oh, the entire time.
so yeah, let's see. All right. The next show we're gonna be talking about is Grandizer U.
Really? I did
I
not expect that from you.
I have a complaint. Why is this
Okay,
show?
was this one you were just gonna oddly mention?
Yup. So why is this show on my list? This is not how you do a trailer. I wasn't paying any attention to what was going on. So what they did is they partnered with a musician or music group. I don't know, but it started out as a regular trailer, and then it got into like a cool part, and music just started blaring, and then every other sound in the trailer was muted, and it was just the music playing and playing and playing until that little segment of the song was over, and then the rest of the trailer came back and started talking again, and I was like, "What just happened?"
Why? Why does the woman in the beginning, those close up? Why does she remind me of like Princess Peach? She
Yeah,
really reminds me of Princess Peach.
yeah,
Like, yeah, she's like the intergalactic version of Princess Peach.
yeah. I didn't really think about Princess Peach being like a, a style. I can't remember what the word is. It's not a trope. It's like a style of character.
She even wears pink.
Yes. Wait, is
She
this
freaking
Princess
wears.
Peach? Let's find out.
This is intergalactic Princess Peach. That's all this is. Intergalactic Princess Peach. I swear to God.
So yeah, the studio is Gaina, and the synopsis goes: following a devastating attack by Bowser, not.
Damn you, Bowser!
uh, Following a devastating attack by Vega's forces on planet Fleed, Duke Fleed and Grandizer escaped to Earth. When he got there, Dr. Amon, head of Space Research Center, adopted him and gave him the name Daisuke. While they were working side by side in the center on a quest to find what strange objects appeared in the city's sky, they were surprised by an attack that jolted Daisuke's memory. That was just some sentences.
I swear to God. Yeah, okay, so let's see here. We have Princess Peach in the upper right there.
Yep.
Mario is the main character front and center. He's wearing red, so that's obvious. That's his brother next to him, which is Luigi. The person on the right below Peach is got to be Boo. White hair, obvious. I don't know if the big mech on the top or the one below it is Bowser. I feel like the one below it is Bowser. Trying to see is the one to the left of Mario, is that like oh god, what's her other name? There's another princess. Anyways, okay, I'm looking way too much into this. It was all too perfect. I had to do something.
Oh man. Yeah. So Mario the anime. Mario the mech anime.
Mario the space mech anime. All right. That's what I'm looking forward to.
All right. Nice. All right. The next show we're going to be talking about is. Oh, God.
Good luck. Good luck.
This is the dark blue one. All right. Hazure Waku no Jotai Ijo skill de Saikyo ni nata ore ga subete wo jurin suru made.
I think this is made. Anyways, go ahead.
Or a paragraph. English name is failure frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low level spells.
So, long name title aside, I picked this one because I think the premise sounds really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So the premise of the show is Tokomi Mori and his classmates are about to be catapulted into a fantasy world. Okay, isekai, got it. No, nothing different there. Summoned by a resident goddess to serve as heroes. Again, nothing new there. The good news, most of the students display amazing skills upon arrival. Okay, typical. The bad, Memori is the worst of the lot, bottoming out at a measly E rank. Okay, that's been done before.
Mm-hmm.
Incensed, the goddess tosses him into a dungeon to die. But it turns out the Memori skills aren't so much worthless as they are abnormally powerful, perhaps. I think this is going to be fun because they've done something similar to this. There's a TV show that I'm currently watching that does this where if someone was brought in from our world into another world and the goddess that summoned them was a bitch and just said, screw you, I don't like you, and then basically either cast them out or just did gone with them but didn't return them back to our world. They're just like, no, I don't like you anyways. um in that show, I'm blanking on the name at the moment, but on that show, he says, "Fine, basically, I'm going to do my own thing. Screw you, and I don't want to help you or do anything else in regards to you." And this one, it seems like the hero might end up turning into the villain because now he's just going to go after the goddess and just he might even join whatever the people were joined there were summoned there to begin with. The other hero, he might join the other side and go, no, I want to go kill the goddess because she tried to kill me.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that.
It's interesting how like the isekai process is like twisting because it's like before you're like isekai and it's like, oh, I just go ahead and trust everybody through the process, and now we're getting like with Shield Hero where it's like they get isekai and everybody's just asshole the whole time, and we're like, this sucks. I don't want to be isekai anymore.
Yeah. Well, to me, it's taking now more of a realistic approach to it. Now we've gone through the whole, oh, I can be the hero of a new world situation away, and now we're just like, well, sometimes you're the hero, and sometimes you're not dealt a great hand, and you just got to make do with what you got.
Yeah.
Or sometimes your power, no one ever thinks is good, but it actually is.
Yeah.
And just no one else understands it.
And it's like, you can't always be the hero. Sometimes you got to be the villain.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. Okay. It's an interesting way to go about it. I think I remember watching the trailer, and I was like, But now that I know more about it, I'm like, maybe I give this one a shot.
A reverse OPM, what situation? What is that there, Ping?
Yes, I was like, OPM.
Yeah, I'm blinking on that. OPM. Overpowered
Main character?
main character? I mean, he still sounds overpowered. To me, it sounds like what happened is that he only learned or was only capable of like low level spells, but the low level spells he's capable of are probably more powerful than the high level spells that other people use.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of like what's his name from Demon Slayer, the lightning dude.
Yeah.
Zenitsu, where they're like he can only do one form, but it's like yeah, but he's damn freaking good at that one damn form.
Or Explosion Girl from Konosuba.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I don't counter in that. I can't because she faints every time she's done with it.
Yeah.
Oh, reverse One Punch Man. Rather than a hero for fun, he's a villain for fun. I don't necessarily know if he's a villain for fun. I think he's a villain by kind of necessity.
By circumstance.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of interesting. It was like he was a hero that was given villain powers, and everybody kicked him out because they're like, he sucked.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the day-to-day life and world is kind of the same way. It's like you take a person and you think that just because they're not as good or can't do something as well as some other people, you're like, oh, they're useless. But it's like, yeah, but you're not. You're trying to do what like every school out there ever does, which is like fit everyone into a specific mold, and it's not going to work that way.
Yeah.
Everyone has their good qualities. You just got to find them.
Yeah. You just got to invest the time into it. Yeah.
But yeah, the goddess is just like, I have all these other people who are amazing and awesome. Why am I going to bother putting time into this person?
Yeah. And then he comes back for revenge. All right. The next show we're going to be talking about is Isekai Shikaku. Oh, or something in another word. I think I picked this one too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, let me check my notes. Yes. So for me,
this is
go
ahead.
Yes. So it seems like he really wasn't on board at first.
Got it.
He seemed really miserable, and then at the end he was like, "Oh, this is the situation," and he seemed kind of pumped.
Atelier Pontedark, I think, is the name of the studio, and they are fairly new. They've only done 3 other shows. The last show they did was back in 2022, so it's been a minute.
Okay.
So the synopsis for this one is pulled into an otherworldly adventure with cute sidekicks and superpowers. You'd think Osamu hit the jackpot. Nope. From a time before Pixels, the early 20th century gloomy author just wants to find a quiet place to meet his maker, not to rack up XP. Sadly, his poetic demise is constantly thwarted by inconvenient heroics. Dive into the hilariously tragic life of the most reluctant hero. He wants to go out, and for whatever reason, plot is saying no. And I think that's kind of hilarious.
Have you watched Scrooged?
Yes.
You know the one guy that gets fired and then like retaliates later on?
Mm-hmm.
There was this one part where he was like on the street, like just trying to like just get by the next couple of minutes, and people just it was like he had like a drink, and somebody's like, "Oh, thanks," just takes his drink. And he's like, it's just stuff just keeps happening to him. I kind of feel
Yes, I
like
remember that.
this is a similar situation.
Yeah, it kind of, but like
There's
in the
like,
reverse aspect of it, it's like
yeah,
he wants to just end it, but no one's letting him because they keep coming across him in the times that he's trying to, and they save him.
yes, or he saves them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just constantly like, damn it, stop it.
Yeah. I feel like there's gonna be a turn.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The reluctant hero, the very reluctant hero.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool, cool, cool. All right. The next show we're gonna be talking about is Isekai Suicide Squad.
Why?
Okay.
Why? I didn't even bother with this one.
Yeah. So if I would have looked at this, like I would say years ago when they did this,
Uh,
um, every time I saw a Marvel logo or a DC logo on an anime, I was like, nah, I'm good. For some reason, this one speaks to me. So my notes say I'm actually on board. There's something about this iteration that speaks to me. Maybe because it's not pandering or something. And I feel like
it's pandering. Come on.
yeah, so I feel like they're pandering less.
All right.
Like especially Harley Quinn's character. I feel like Harley Quinn's character from the clips that I've seen is a Harley Quinn flavored anime character instead of Harley Quinn being trying to be anime, which is I feel like the way all the other Marvel slash DC shows have like gone about it.
wait. Hold on. Back the hell up. Wait. Hold on. Did I just get it right?
Wait, did you see Michael Jackson for a
Oh,
second?
that's funny. Okay. No, something else, but it's fine. Keep going.
Okay. um, yeah.
That's
So,
hilarious.
one thing the like the shark character was another character that kind of like I liked because he was just like I'm just a big old shark. Like I'm just
Yeah,
like,
but they had him in like all these characters are DC. Like they're all DC characters. It's like they're not adding anything. They're not anything new. They're not. It's no. I, it's,
I
okay. I feel like they. I feel like this is Blade. This is Wolverine all over again. I don't know. Okay. See, and I'm gonna go against something I've said before, and the reason for that is we're like, okay, you have characters hearing English come from specific characters from an anime often weirds me out. It weirds me out more when the characters themselves do not like emote or have the emotional capacity that I know they typically should have or do have because it doesn't seem human. It doesn't it completely takes me out of anything resembling what I think should happen or be. That being said, when you have American characters, which is usually the reason why I say I like the Japanese voice actors more. because they actually emote, they actually have good vocal ranges when it comes to the characters that they portray. That being said, the reverse is also true. Hearing Japanese come from these characters is weird. Because I know, in my mind, I know they're American. I've always seen them speaking English. I've always read them in English. Like, nothing about that speaks Japanese to me. But that's not the case here. So immediately that pulls me away.
I get that because, like, let's say, like DC and Marvel characters, even though they've been iterated over and over, they stick to like a strict script for the most part. And like, let's say Harley Quinn, she has a New York accent, and she calls Joker Pumpkin. And in this show, she said pumpkin, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh my God.
I'm like, wait a minute, that didn't sound right. But
I'm gonna say this: when it comes to IPs like this, okay, especially when you have so many characters like this, here's what I would prefer. You can follow one or two. Like, give us like Harley Quinn and maybe Joker or someone else, or even Shark. I don't care. Have them be in a universe being isekai. Sure, fine. Maybe have glimpses in things dealing with other people. Like, bring original characters into it. And then sprinkle in, like, oh, we hear a Batman sighting, or oh, Superman, other little DC things if you want to do that. I'm fine with that. But to have full on, let's just take freaking Suicide Squad from like the movies, the whole squad, and just make them anime. And I'm like, it's just a cash grab. It's just, again, you're pandering. There's no originality to it. You're not bringing anything new to it. Like, okay, I'm going to say this because I see Pink's comment. Blade and Wolverine, because it is a single character and you're introducing them into a different, completely original thing, I'm okay with that. I may not like certain aspects of it, but I'm okay with that. Now, the only thing I say with that is you have like a character like that, you should keep to the lore of the character. Don't try to change things to be crazy about it or be you're like, oh, we could give Wolverine like, lightsaber blades because now he's into Star Wars. I don't know. No,
like Batman Dad's here. You're like, no.
Yeah, no, just no. That's wrong. But doing stuff like that, I don't know. It seems you have too many characters. You're using pre-known. You're figuring everyone knows these characters, so you're not going to give them a lot of backstory, a lot of explanation. You're just jumping into things, and you're just you rush through the story points too much because of that.
Okay.
It's like Fallout. Fallout did a very good thing with the series. They went, we're going to take the universe it's in, but we're going to create our own thing. And then we're going to sprinkle in like, hey, you remember these things? Hey, you remember these things? Hey, you remember these things? And we're going to keep it to the lore. Perfect. Loved every second of it. It was amazing. Okay. This, I don't see doing well. I don't.
Okay. I can see that. I also see the point of you, like how you said that, like the squad being isekai like different, either in different areas or in different time periods, to where like the whole squad's not there at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that would fit more towards isekai and like have a little bit more history, a mystery.
Yeah.
and it'd be a bit more intriguing.
It would be. This just to me just screams cash grab.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm because I'm not super familiar with Suicide Squad. I guess I'm a bit more forgiving with the characters. Um, the two characters that I guess I would be least forgiving with would be Harley Quinn and Joker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if they mess those two up, then I'm like, that's what that's the one thing that like my suspension of disbelief will throw me out of the show. All of the other characters, I'm like, y'all can play around with those characters as much as you want because I don't know them as well. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, it's writing on like Harley Quinn and Joker.
Sure, I get it.
But yeah, we shall see if this one's okay. The next show we're gonna be talking about is another long name. It is Isekai Yururi Kiko Kosodate Shinagara Bokensha Shimasu. Or The Journey Through Another World, Raising Kids While Adventuring.
So this seemed interesting. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be overly thrilled with this one. This is done by EMT Squared, which has done some other isekais that I have enjoyed, not to like an overly exaggerated point, but enough. The one I think probably I'm most happy about was the Yusha Party wa Tsusho Sarata Beast Tamer. That one was really good. But going off the synopsis, Takumi got accidentally killed by the wind god Seal and is reborn and summoned to another world. After giving Takumi his sincerest apologies, Seal grants Takumi with skills and sends him to the world Eteldia that Seal presides over. However, this new world is a vast forest filled with dangerous monsters. In in the forest, Takumi finds a young boy and girl who appear to be twins. He is worried about their safety and names them Alan and Elena and decides to take care of them. He soon finds out to his surprise that they are able to defeat a monster with their bare hands. The three of them reach a town and Takumi decides to register at a guild to make a living. He begins his life as an adventurer while taking care of two children. An isekai fantasy about adventure with two kids. So the beginning part of that reminded me of Farm Life in Another World.
Okay.
Because that's kind of the same thing. The guy dies, and the god says he'll go resurrect him and transport him to the world and ask him what he wants to do. And he just said farming. I just want to farm. See, because apparently he died while he was in a hospital and always watched like farming programs and was intrigued by them. But the god ends up sending him to the world into the forest of like doom, essentially. But he actually ends up thriving there, which I thought was hilarious. So that to me already, I was like, oh, I can kind of see that. Okay, sure. But then the two kids, I mean, I guess it's different because most times when you're isekai to another world, they're at least high school age. I mean, he is, but I'm saying like in regards to the fact that he finds kids and then feels it like he needs to take care of them. Obviously, they're doing fine by themselves. I don't know why he feels like he needs to take care of them. They can kill a monster, he can't. But seems interesting. And hey, if the kids go along with it, then sure, why not?
Yes, I feel like how strong are these kids?
Yeah.
You underestimate them playing around with them. Be like, could you get in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, this seems interesting. I'm curious on what the forest is like and what the kids are like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, going
Yeah.
up, I'm now watching bits and pieces of the trailer at least. Going off the trailer, at least they look adorable. So,
Yeah, I'm curious with like, are their parents gone?
were their parents like some other sort of being that's the reason why they're as strong as they are?
Yeah. Or are they just wild kids because they just grew up in the
Yeah,
forest? Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Interesting. Um, the next show we're gonna be talking about is Kami no To, Tower of God, second season.
So the reason why this one wasn't on my list is because I never finished the first season.
I didn't either, but Tower of God's cool.
I don't know. I couldn't finish. I don't know. I might try to go back to it, but I couldn't finish the first season because the girl that the main character kept going to go for, annoyed the ever loving crap out of me. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, if she was a better person and then decided that they wanted to, like, when she gets introduced and he has to keep chasing after her, I would have been fine with that. But she left him on purpose, and he finds this out, and he still wants to go and be with her. And I'm like, dude, just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're making it worse for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It annoyed me too much at the time.
Yeah, this is one of those shows where it had like an interesting style. Um,
I love the art style. I love the
yeah,
art style. The dude just I like, and it's not to understand. The guy knew nothing other than her.
mm-hmm.
Like his memories were gone. She helped him and kind of took care of him, and then just essentially dumped him. And it just I don't feel bad for him. I don't. It's not him that annoys me. It's her. So I'm looking at her going, guy, dude, you could do so much better. I know she's like your goddess because she helped you and she's the only one you know, but oh my God, you've met new people now. Be with them, please. Forget about her.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to skim through this one again because I, it's like, did I finish this one? I feel like I got a ways into it.
Oh, I know I got a ways into it. I never finished it though. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, interesting. But but yeah, it's Tower of God's back. Another Crunchyroll exclusive. Getting a second season. Um, so ping for the Food Wars thing. I've given the task to Kiki and Signature. I will do Food Wars on a backlog episode, but there has to be, I think, 2 or 3 episodes of something else before that, and then they can drop the hammer and make me watch it.
So, and just so you know, the studio doing the second season is not the studio who did the first season.
Interesting. So does that mean that this is not a Crunchyroll exclusive anymore?
I don't know. I just know that it's not the same studio. I know, I know.
That's like One Punch Man. It's
It
like
is.
I'm like I tried to watch season 2 and I'm like, and
Yep.
then they're like season 3 and I'm like, what does the trailer look like? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. uh, shall see. Alright. The next show we're gonna be talking about is Make Heroin ga Osogiru.
Oh. Oh, wow, you really skipped down there.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. Did we don't have any ones in between that?
No, I don't think we do. I'm just saying. I was looking at all the options in between. And I'm like, I thought it was like, because again, I don't know your list. I know mostly my list. But I'm like, is there anything else in the K's that we're doing? And all of a sudden we're on the M's. I'm like, oh, that went really far down there. I was not expecting that.
There was one that I thought you would have done.
Which one?
The Kono Sekai wa Fukanzen Suguru.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. No. Again, looking at the synopsis, that one was just, yeah.
Okay.
Here, go ahead.
So yeah, Maki got wait, stop scrolling, page. Maki got heroin on Usugiru or too many losing heroines. What? Okay, why did I put this one on my list?
Yeah, why did you?
Who did this one? This was done by A1 Pictures, and my notes say that a lot of the character designs look very familiar. Like I've seen these characters in other shows, and that makes sense because it's A1, and I've seen a lot of A1 shows.
That was your only reason?
Well, I don't know. Like it. Watching the trailer, I'm like, this looks fun, and I was like, why is she here? And I'm like, and why is she here? Aren't y'all from other shows? But yeah, it looked fun.
Okay.
And some characters I've seen before are back for no reason.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the story is Kazuhiko Nukumizu is a high school student boy content to blend in with the background mob. Until he witnessed his more popular classmate Ana Yanami get dumped by her childhood friend. He felt like he had to try to comfort Yanami, but this led to him becoming entangled with other girls who have met defeat at love. What?
So basically, he saw one of his friends get dumped. Or no, she wasn't even friends. He just saw someone get dumped by their childhood friend. And he was like, sorry, that sucks. And then all of a sudden now all the girls are confessing about how the fact that they've been dumped by other guys as well. That's what I get from that. I mean, that's all I get.
That sounds like a handful.
This is drama.
That's just drama, no romance.
That is the epitome of emotional damage.
Wow. Yeah. I'm curious because the characters look like they're having fun, but the synopsis says they're not having fun. So
yeah, no. This is going to be a big letdown if that was what your thought process was, because I can almost say it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, we shall see. Maybe it'll somehow turn into a comedy romance. But yeah. Alright. The next show we're gonna be talking about is I can't read that, it's too small. Whoa.
That wasn't the picture for it, but okay.
It's not.
No,
it's not.
I know where that one's from. We did that one already. I was like, wait,
And I can't change it because it's in the other room.
Yeah, I was like, I think the vibes on that are way different than this one.
Alright, the show is Mao Gun Saikyo no Majutsushi ni Ningen Data.
This one is done by Studio ACAT. Which has done something you've enjoyed.
Does it have to deal with ACAT?
No. The one that you enjoyed has to do with Oh wait, no, I was thinking of a different one. Never mind. Strike that. Not the same one. I thought it was a completely different one. Okay. I saw a dude with a big hammer and thought it was completely different.
Okay. So the name is The Strongest Magician in the Demon Lord's Army Was a Human.
Yep. Which I mean the title of it kind of explains the synopsis. So, Ike is known as the strongest magician in the Demon Lord's King's army. There you go. And is single-handedly conquering fortresses. The way he mowed down the enemies with his immense magic is truly a monster that makes him feared by both allies and foes alike. However, he has a secret that he could not tell other demons. I'm actually human. Aiming for a coexistence between demons and humans while the leader of the demons' army is hiding the fact that he's actually a human. So that's interesting.
Wait, so the leader knows.
The leader knows.
Also covering it up.
Yep. Sounds like the leader kind of actually wants a coexistence between humans and demons. And
who are they fighting? Are they fighting other humans?
I think so.
How is that helping?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's very careful with what he does or how he does. I don't know. Okay. I want to see. I mean, that's interesting to me. You know, I watched something recently that basically has like a situation where like someone gets isekai to another world and they're supposed to fight the demon lord, but they refuse. Mm-hmm. And they refuse on the grounds that they don't. The world that they were isekai from was actually another fantasy world that had like demi-humans that were always like looked down upon or even treated as slaves sometimes. And he's just like, no, I'm not going to fight on either one of your sides. And when finding something about the demons, he actually kind of finds out that the humans are actually being more vassals than the demons. Okay. So the whole idea of like the coexistence thing kind of goes into that too, which is why this one intrigues me.
Interesting. Even though we don't have the picture up, the girl to the left with that hat and that hair, all I can think of is Higurashi.
I know. I actually think of something completely different because I actually watched an anime recently that had a wizard, a female mage that had a hat like that, and she is kind of badass. So, okay. But I can see where you came from.
Yeah. Watch out behind you. She has a meat cleaver. But yeah, okay, that's an interesting. I guess interesting scenario. Yeah, I'm curious how it goes. Alright. The next show we're gonna be talking about.
Please don't tell me I think it is what I think it is. Go ahead. I'm hoping. No, this is why I said I hope it wasn't this one. No.
What don't I know about this show?
Go ahead and read the synopsis.
Alright. Well, let's see why it's on my list.
I know why it's on your list. When I started watching the trailer as we were winding down on that one, and I'm just like going, Oh God, please tell me no. No, please tell me. But I'm like, I'm probably fighting against hope here.
My notes say looks rambunctious.
Sure.
All right, Mayonaka Punch. This show is done by PA Works, which is a really, really good studio. All of their shows are beautiful. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they've done some of my favorite shows. And the synopsis for this one is Mayonaka Punch centers on Masaki, a member of the NewTuber group Harakiri Sisters, who get fired because of a certain incident. Aiming for a comeback, Masaki meets Live. The two girls have different goals, but together they make a high tension comeback and aim to reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Do you see now why I just looked at that and went, no? Just no. Just generally speaking, no.
Why?
Because they're YouTubers. They just call it NewTuber.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my God, why, how?
Because it hasn't been done well?
It hasn't hardly been done at all. But yes, anytime it's ever been done in reference to this sort of situation, it's never done well.
Okay. What was that one show?
But they're just like, what have we not done? Are we getting so low on ideas at this point and everything that we're just like, what have we not done an anime of? I know, YouTubers.
I I agree because of one of the shows on the list. But I've
Yeah,
seen.
because there's another. You got the other one on there too? Don't tell me you
Yep.
don't got the other one. God dang it.
But so I've seen like
Why?
content creator characters done well, but those you don't spend time with those characters in making the content. So I'm kind of curious, like what this show has now that I noticed that it's about YouTube. Um, what was that one game that you used to play a lot? And I guess the villains were like content creators, and it wasn't done well. I hear
Oh, I don't remember.
it's like a looter shooter.
I've played many looter shooters.
It's like cell shaded. Um, Borderlands.
Wait, Borderlands. Wait,
Yes,
content created by.
the villains were content creators. The third one.
Oh yeah, God, I blocked that out of my memory.
There you go, Pig. You got it.
Thanks
Uh,
for bringing that back up and making me relive that trauma.
uh, yeah. So I haven't seen it done well yet, so I'm still sampling to find a good one. This show just looks like chaotic, so I was gonna watch it regardless of what it was about. But no. I'm curious to see like, because I've seen it done kind of well. I've seen characters who are like, because basically, Oshinoko is it starts with an idol, but then idols now aren't really like pop stars. They're more content creators nowadays. So it's not like it used to be where back in like 90s, early 2000s, people would be like, I want to be an idol. It's now people want to be content creators. And in the show, all of the characters are in that spot where they can be an idol, but the idol part of an idol job is to be a content creator now. So you see a modern and realistic approach to it. And that's one of the things that I love about Oshinoko. For this show, this just seems like they're just gonna be doing crazy stuff for the views, and I'm curious, like, what? is going to be happening.
I'm not. You have fun with that one.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you can even tell me that show is amazing after you get to watching it, and I'll be like, you had fun with that one.
Good, good, good. Good, good, good. All right. The next show we're going to be talking about is Mob Kata Hajimaru Tansaku Iyutan, which is yours.
Yep.
And the other name for it is it's computer's chugging today. There we go. The story of an exploration hero who has worked his way up from common people. That's very long. That's longer than the.
Yeah. So this is done by Gekuo, which really hasn't done a whole lot. I've seen maybe one thing that they've done, and I wasn't actually no two. And I wasn't overly thrilled with either one of them. So I guess this is like my third attempt, and I guess I'll see where they go. If they just fail on this one, then I don't know what to say. The story on this one is Kaito Takagi is a low-status high schooler, a background mob character, you might say. He's just a low-level explorer who hunts slimes every day in the dungeons and appeared all around Japan, earning pocket money while admiring his childhood friend, the class queen, from afar. One day, a golden slime he had never seen before appears before him. After he defeats it, it drops an extremely rare item worth hundreds of millions, a card which can summon mythical beings. After he decides to activate the summon, a warrior maiden with unparalleled beauty appears. Rise above the mob, Kaito. A modern battle fantasy story has begun.
That sounds epic.
It does. It really and truly does. So this is like a a different, I guess, version of like solo leveling. So
Okay.
like, you know, gates or dungeons appear in our world and people go in to go and take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm not like, I don't necessarily think it's going to be on par with that for sure, but I think it's at least going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. The I'm like, is the unparalleled beauty like Sylvie, like the little the little character?
Unparalleled beauty.
Like is Sylvie like because sometimes the character has like two forms. They're like be the small
Yeah,
form to to save energy, and then when it's
yeah,
time to like fight, they'll like go into their regular form.
yeah. I think. Oh, well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see
Okay.
how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Cool. Have you seen Mashal?
No.
Oh, okay. Someone that I know watched it, and also Pings seems to watch season 1 too. For some reason, every time I see that title, I keep thinking muscle, and I keep thinking of the show. How heavy are the dumbbells you lift?
Oh, good lord.
So, every time I see that name, I just think muscle.
I guess that's fair.
But okay. Ping recommends Masha.
Yeah.
Alright. The next show we're gonna be talking about is Nanare Hananare. Let's see. Why is
Yes,
this one?
from what I know about Mashal, it is about Mashal.
Okay.
But anyways, go ahead.
This show looks like it'll be very fun, but also very emotional.
Yeah, no, this is all you, my man.
Yeah, so this is a cheerleading show.
Yep.
One thing that I absolutely love about the trailer is that it's not CG dancing.
True.
Like, they actually animated the dancing, so it looks nicer. It's not all calculated looking. So I know Ray would like. Well, Ray would like both. She just likes dancing and singing. But yeah, I'm interested. The other name for the show is Nade Nade Cheer for You, and the studio that done it is PA Works. Thank you. I'm even more excited about this show. PA Works does also break your heart too, so it's par for the course. The synopsis for this one is Misora Kanata is a first year student on the Takanosaki High School cheerleading team. She won a national championship in middle school, but can't jump after a mistake in a competition. She befriends Suzuha, Shion, Ana, Onka, and Megumi to form the Pom Poms. I've never heard a character named Onka. Their new team goes beyond cheerleading to reach the hearts of the people they cheer on. They might change the world. Okay.
Again, you have fun with that one.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm interested. If this show is like a regular cheerleading show and the characters are like just having fun and going to competitions and stuff like that, I will most likely not keep up with it.
Yep.
But if it is on par with what I know from PA Works and it hits all of the marks that it does, then I'm gonna be hooked on the show and it's gonna destroy me at the end of the season.
I have a feeling it's gonna be your first one. I have a feeling.
So, yeah, this show looks hopefully like it's a lot of fun.
I hope for your sake, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Whew. All right. The next show. Let's see. We have 9 more, something. Very good.
Yeah, no, that is kind of 100% trooping. This is a lot of taco shows are. Hope you have fun. Enjoy.
I like sampling stuff. You never know. You might find a good gem in there. Or like just a moldy, wet, sticky show
Where we're
that you
going with
wish
this?
you'd never touched.
All right, I was like, where we're going with this? You're like moldy, sticky, and I'm like, where are we going with this analogy? I don't know.
So, yeah, the next show we're going to be talking about is Naze Boku Sekai wo Daremo Oboete Nai no Ka. Or
Why Nobody Remembers My World, actually, because that's on actually even the first. Yeah.
Okay.
So this one I've actually, I guess I don't necessarily spoiled for, but I was kind of introduced to this one and kind of got me hyped for.
Okay.
Um, the era when the great race of five tribes competing for hegemony on the ground ended with the victory of mankind led by hero Sid. However, the world was suddenly overwritten in front of a boy, Kai. In the rewritten world, Kai saw the scene from humans lost to the Five Tribes War because of the absence of hero Sid. Here, dragons and demons dominate the ground, and Kai is a forgotten existence from all human beings. However, after encountering the mysterious girl Rinne, Kai decides to break his rewritten destiny. In a world without heroes, he inherits the hero's sword and martial art and challenges the mighty enemy races who reign. That just sounds freaking epic as hell.
I don't think I saw the trailer for this one.
And it looks good.
Interesting.
Trailer wise, that looks amazing. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay. I will watch the trailer after this. um, cool.
Yeah, I mean, even just like how everything looks, it looks epic. That storyline, probably synopsis was epic. Like, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I might have to check that one out. All right. The next show we're gonna be talking about is Near Automata version 1.1 second season.
I have never watched any of these. So I
Yes.
just not gonna do anything with it.
Yeah, so season one came out during our hiatus, like
hmm
in January of last year. And I went and saw the trailer for I saw both trailers for this season and the season before. Um and Near Automata, when the game came out, was something that like a lot of people were talking about.
hmm
And I've always been curious about that IP. Not curious enough to play the game, but when
hmm
something with that IP crosses something that I actually participate in, which is watching anime, I'm like, hey, I wonder. Um, but yeah, I'm curious. Like, to at least know something about the world. I know that they're androids. I know that their eyes are covered up, and and they shoot stuff and hit stuff with swords, and that's about it.
Yep, that's about as much knowledge as I have about the whole thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to watch season one, episode one. Just to take a peek at it to see, just to see what's going on. Uh, the show's done by A1 Pictures, and actually, let me go to the prequel. And
Yep, it's done by A1 as well.
yeah, cool, cool,
I
cool.
don't think you're gonna get much of a description from that one either.
Yeah, this one looks like code, like somebody's coding a website.
Mm.
um, sure, near on top of that. This is the future 5012. Sudden era invasion of Earth by aliens and their by by I guess parentheses aliens and their creations parentheses machine life forms led mankind to the brink of extinction. The surviving number of humans who took refuge on the moon, to organize a counterattack using parentheses android soldiers to recapture the Earth. However, the war reaches a stalemate as the parentheses machine life forms continue to multiply infinitely. In turn, humanity humanity deploys a new unit of android soldiers as ultimate weapons, parentheses, Yorha. Newly dispatched to Earth, parentheses, 2B, joins, parentheses, 9S, the analysts currently stationed there, where amid their mission they encounter a myriad of mysterious phenomena. This is the story of these lifeless, parentheses, androids, and their endless fight for the sake of mankind. Okay. Sounds pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna check out. Let's check out season 1, first episode, and check it out. All right.
Fair enough.
Let's see. You gotta check it out, Ping. All right. The next show we're gonna be talking about. You. Oh God, very long.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Perry one?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Ore wa Perry. Wait, Ore wa Subete wo Perry suru. Gyaku Kanchigai ni Sekai Saikyo wa Bokensha ni Naritai. Or
I parry everything. What do you mean I'm the strongest? I'm not even an adventurer yet. That's a mouthful. Yes, this is done by Ulm, which we've already looked at something else from them, haven't we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oriental
that was the
Light and
dungeon one.
Magic.
Yeah.
Oriental Light and Magic is the Pokemon people.
Mm-hmm. So the synopsis for this one is: the Kingdom of Clays face a dire crisis. An assassination attempt has just been made on its own princess, Lindbergh. Wow. Names like that just throw me off because I'm like, it's like German. Why is it? No. Anyways, and its neighboring countries eye the aftermath like starving vultures, plotting the kingdom's downfall. The ensuing conflict will shape the face of the continent for the centuries to come. But Nur doesn't have a clue about any of that. Having freshly arrived at the royal capital after over a decade of rigorous, isolated training at his mountain home, he's dead set on achieving his childhood dream of becoming an adventurer, even if the only skills he possesses are useless ones. Sure, he can parry thousands of swords in the span of a single breath, but everybody knows you need more than that if you want to be an adventurer. Our hero's road to making his dream come true will be long, question mark, and arduous, question mark. But if there's one thing that Noor's not afraid of, it's some good old-fashioned hard work. So this is a story, again, of a person who doesn't have any particularly outstanding, amazing skills, but what he does really freaking well.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem like instead this is like an isekai version. This is just high fantasy. He's there kind of situation dealing with his world.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Okay.
I'm about it. It's fantasy. I'll go it. I'll dig it. And you know what? I'm always about a person who, through his own personal merits and just wanting to do good, succeeds.
Yes. Yeah. So parrying is basically like directing, I guess.
Yeah, it's like when a sword comes down and just you can redirect it essentially.
Redirecting. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, parrying is extremely scary in the right hands. So,
okay. Interesting, because there hasn't been a character that has like, or at least hasn't Like parrying hasn't been a big part of their skills.
I think parrying came about during. I think the first time it was ever done during sword fights was with fencing,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe that's just the more widely known. A lot of times, I think parrying. It could even be back in the Middle Ages because I think they used when they used two-handed fighting with swords, and they'd have the one single-handed short sword in one hand and then like a knife or a dirk in the other, because you can use the smaller knife or dirk to be able to deflect or parry a incoming blow while doing a counterattack with the actual sword itself.
So for him to have this gigantic sword.
Yeah.
I guess he has like on his side. It seems like he has like a smaller pouch than maybe the other sword. I guess.
Mm,
Or is he
well,
pairing with
it's
the?
not it's he could parry with the larger sword because like I
Okay.
said, fencers do that with the even the smaller swords that they have.
Hmm.
The thinner rapiers, they can do it too. I mean, you could parry with just about anything.
Okay.
You could take a crowbar and honestly parry an attack with it.
Okay. Interesting. I'm curious to see like what the fighting style looks like
Hmm.
since it's like seems like it's based on a lot of parrying.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, and it just seems to me like this is going to be more of a story, not necessarily of fighting, although it is there. It seems more of just like characterization and character development between the main hero.
okay.
And the trailer kind of portrayed that as well. It's like he does good things, people like him, kind of situation.
Hmm. All right. So my connection to the other computer expired, so I'm gonna go renew it and we go finish with these last few.
Okie dokie. Parry itself is something commonly used in countless martial arts techniques all across the world. The term itself comes from the French word parrier, meaning to ward off. Yeah. See, that's why I said like I think it originated in France as their first usage of it, but it's been adapted into many different art forms.
I need to rebuild this computer in here. All right. And the next show. Ah, okay, cool. The next show we're going to talk about is Shikanoko no Tonoko Koshitantan. Oh, this is the one.
Yeah, this is you on this one.
Uh, you should check out the trailer.
I'm pretty good on this one.
I have no earthly idea what this show is about. Um, why is this show on my list? Um, I don't say what the ever lucky fuck is this show?
Yeah.
uh, um, this trailer had me dying the other day. Like, like we've had like remember the one where it was like what was it, Magical Bros, the girls that yeah. This trailer seems like it outdoes that. But yeah, yeah, me and Ray were laughing for minutes afterwards. Like, it was ridiculous. I highly recommend this trailer. Why is this show done by Wit Studio?
Good question.
This is the same studio of Attack on Titan fame? What in the world? You're like, all right, we're done being serious. Let's do something silly. Oh my god. That explains the explosion. So yeah. Yeah, and Spy Family and all these other really, really cool shows, and then they do some nonsense like this show. All right. What is this show? Oh, the other name for this show is My Dear Friend Nokotan.
Yeah, my dear friend. It meant in an exact way too.
Yep. No one knows Torako used to be a delinquent. Of all her classmates, all of her classmates only know her as the perfect student. But everything changes when Nokotan, a transfer student with antlers, enters her life. Antlers aren't the only strange thing about Nokotan. Her dear nose can sniff out Torako's secret past. Whether it's at school or the zoo, chaos follows this doe-eyed girl's every step. Torako has so many questions. Is Nokotan a deer, a girl, or something in between?
Mm-hmm.
The, the thing that broke me in the trailer was she took off one of her antlers and like threw it on top of like the gym or something like that. And the entire gym exploded.
Good lord.
It was so stupid. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then later on in the trailer, she like takes off her antler again, the same one. It came back.
Of course, because that's what antlers do. They just grow right back.
And then she like popped it open like a lunch box and like took a banana out of it or whatever it was. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm honestly good. Oh my god.
and then there's like these hyper realistic looking deer that are like spinning around in the trailer for no reason that I can figure out. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I have to find out what's going on here.
No. No. I mean, you maybe, but no.
Oh
This is just weird for the sake of being weird.
Yeah.
This is just weird.
If the gym didn't blow up, I would have been like, nah, I don't get it. But
Oh, the gym blowing up was what cinched it for you.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's just it's this weird deer girl, and it's just doing nonsense, and I'm like, what is this? And then all of a sudden, she's like, snap, and then just throw it on top of the building. It's like, tink, tink, tink. I'm like, why? Why do that? Why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Why are there
I don't know.
CG deers? Ugh.
Yeah, no, I'm with Ping. You gotta be inebriated in some sort of way to watch this. I swear.
I don't know. I just have to find out. It's man. All right. Well, I'm gonna find out what this show's about because I have to. And the next show we're gonna be talking about is
Good lord.
Show's Mean series. Show's She Mean series. All right.
This is definitely you.
Yes. Why is this show on my list? Um. So the other name for the show is How to Become Ordinary. Um. With that said, um, I don't believe that for a second. The trailer started out super creepy, and the characters were chanting Ichiko Taruto. and
See, and this is why I don't watch trailers sometimes.
and like random people throughout the trailer kept being really abrupt with knives, and they were like chopping stuff all abruptly, and I'm like, what's happening? And then the music, all of a sudden, halfway through the trailer, started being upbeat. They're like, "No, everything's fine. Be happy." And I'm like, "No, you've ruined that. I don't trust you anymore." uh, so I think somebody's gonna die in this show, and probably not. But this trailer makes me think so. It's probably like a wholesome show about these two awkward people becoming less awkward, but I don't trust them at all. Because they both went to a bakery and they're like Ichiko Taruto. And I'm like, why are y'all saying it like that? And then somebody came out of nowhere on a bike really fast and like they both dropped their tarts. And then they moved on. And I'm like, but y'all didn't get another one? Like, I don't know. So Shows Me series. Let's see
Good
why they
lord.
love Ichiko Taruto so much.
Basically, I mean, you're not wrong.
Let's see. No, that just that's the criteria for me adding a show that's not in my normal genres. But it is true. Um Shy, second season.
Shy? Wait, I didn't even know there was like the first season.
Yeah, it was also another show that aired during our hiatus.
Oh, okay. Fair
um
enough.
so Shy season 2, the second season of Shy. Um It is done by somebody told me that it's like My Hero Academia, and then I watched the trailer and I'm like, I don't see that. But the studio is 8-bit,
Mm-hmm.
and season 1 is let's see, also done by 8-bit, right? Yes, cool. Same studio. All right. On the brink of the Third World War, superheroes appeared on Earth. Gifted with powers, their appearance brings peace to the world. The heroes each selected a country in which they would reside, serve, and protect the citizens. Shai is a Japanese hero endowed with super strength. Her most daunting enemy, crippling shyness. joins Shy and her super friends as she defends the Earth and gains confidence. Aww.
Why is that a superhero? I just no. Why? Why is that a superhero? Oh, hold on. I gotta. This is ours.
So, yeah. She reminds me of Froppy.
Wait, no.
Froppy's timid.
I think that's insulting to Froppy.
Okay.
That's insulting to Froppy. Come on. Froppy is like friggin'. It's honestly a huge debate between Froppy and oh god, what the other girl's name? Who's best girl in that anime? But regardless, if your most daunting supervillain is overwhelming shyness, I don't know what to tell you.
Good. All right. The next show we're gonna be talking about is another long one. Tokidoki Bosoto. Rushiago de Deru Neru Tonari no Aliasan. Why is this on my list?
No, it's not on your list. It's on my list.
Wait, it's on your list too?
It's on my list.
Nice. Okay. Well, my reason is probably.
And I agree with Ping on that last one. The same, having a superhero whose weakness is shyness is like having the superhero from Unbreakable whose weakness is water. That is 100% factual.
Yes. Let's see. For me, everybody has a giggly look about them, and it looks like a fun high school romance.
I mean, again, to me, it's all about the premise. I really enjoyed the premise. I think it has a lot of potential. And I will go over that. So, Alia is a transfer student enjoying popularity at her new high school, often sporting a cold shoulder while earning high marks in class. She ignores her nerdy classmate, Kuzu Masachika, except for when she blurts out a flirtatious line to him in Russian. Little does she know, Kuza understands Russian, though he pretends not to. Let's see where this wacky love story takes them. I love that.
Wow.
I love that little premise right there.
Wow.
I think that is awesome. You're going to come to my classroom and start speaking another language thinking that no one understands what the hell you're saying. And I understand what you're saying. And you're actually being flirtatious to me and don't think that I understand what the hell you're saying, but I understand perfectly. But I'm going to pretend I don't to see how far this goes. I think that is something I would fucking do.
Wow. That's. Oh my God, when she finds out.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, that's gonna be the peak of the anime right there, is when she actually finds out the fact that he actually understood her this entire time.
That reminds me of what was it? Miss Doubtfire, when the mom finds out, she's like, the whole time?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be interesting.
Wow.
And I'm just, I don't know. I think it better be at the end of the series that she finds out or something, because yeah, because I think after if she finds out, it's gonna be downhill from there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god. That is actually a really good premise.
Mm-hmm. And that's
Man.
like almost the perfect, like the setup that everyone wishes they could have, especially people who actually know multiple languages, to have someone do that to them or like, say stuff to them about that and think, oh, they don't know what I'm talking about. I'm speaking in a different language. Like, no, I understand perfectly well what you're talking about.
Ping is calling it that